All right. Welcome to the Golf Locker Room. We just having a few small technical difficulties. I'm waiting for my guests to get back, and we gonna be all right. I'm gonna bring on our first guy, and it was gonna be Siff is coming, and our lovely young lady, our beautiful co-host, Miss Clark's Golf Life, is out of town. So we're gonna give it up for her first. Let's out of town. Okay, I see my guest is back. I'm just waiting on Big Siff Dog. But let me bring on Alex because, we got somebody special. He's going to entertain y'all right now. He's going to give us a lot of golf knowledge and a history. It's just been beautiful. Let's bring him on. The funny don't stop.
Absolutely. What up, Manny?
Oh, shit. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, man.
Man, thanks for coming on, man. And I was just telling the audience, but I'm gonna let you tell your story because, see, he's humble. But this is a cat that's been active, that's been a professional in Hollywood for 30 years, which is hard. It's hard to be a professional for 30 minutes, let alone 30 years.
Absolutely.
And still doing it, still funny, still entertaining. The credits are too much to name. Just give him a little brief history, Alex, on you.
First of all, I met you in high school. Do you remember that?
Well,
Do you remember that?
Yeah, for sure. We go back.
You went to Westchester, right?
Exactly. I went to a few.
And then you go to Palisades too?
I went to Pally, I went to Westchester, and I had a brief stint at uni. I went to Oxford. I know.
Yeah, I was just straight Fairfax. But it was the same circle. It was the same, you know what I mean? The circle of friends that we grew up, we West Side brothers. You know what I'm saying?
We West Side brothers. I wrote a script a while back and I made it superheroes because of our high school days. So I made you like, how Superman and the Friends, where they go back on the cartoons and they make them small. So I made all our people like high school and did a script, and it's you, Mia Long, Regina King,
all of us,
Tim Story.
Absolutely.
And I was like, them is our Black Hollywood superstars, but I want to show them and write them in the light of like high school and how the scene, and actually rest in peace, me and G-Bone have been working on it and yeah, man, just rest in peace, G-Bone.
Those ultra wave days, man. That was a big part of our lives. 85 to 90, brother.
Huge. I'm gonna get that up for ultra wave in the old days.
Absolutely. That story really never got told. You know what I mean? It's a weird situation because from doing stand-up 30 years and touring the entire world, the globe, doing this. But when I tell somebody I'm from South Central LA, the first thing that goes to their mind is like, were you a Crip or were you a Blood, right? And they don't understand that not every single black man that grew up in LA in the 80s was a gangbanger. Not all of us. Now, we all have family members in it. I got cousins and brothers that are on both sides. but I just happened to not. When during those years, wait, let me back up. People tend to think Boys in the Hood. They tend to think NWA, and that's what it was being in LA as a black man in the 80s, right? I'm like, dude, I didn't wear khakis and white tees and jerry curls. I mean, I was wearing taper khakis. I was wearing Doc Martens. You know what I mean? I had a flat top. You know, I was a dancer. You know what I mean? When I say dancer, exactly, Manny, I always got to be specific when I say dancer, because when you say dancer, first thing they want to think is like stripping and booty shaking. Like, no. When I say dancer, I'm talking like pop, lock, and break dancing / our own little style of dance. You know what I mean? Because at that time, East Coast was on top of the world. You know what I mean? We hadn't really, really established our name in this business yet as far as hip hop goes. When you think about it, at that time when we were coming up, it was either Rodney O, Joe Cooley, Egyptian Lover, Ice-T, and then obviously NWA came along, and the rest happened after that. But when we were coming up, junior high, high school, it was the East Coast ran everything. But we weren't necessarily dancing to that kind of music. We were dancing to, you know what I mean? It's Time, and you remember that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Electronica, Kraftwerk,
Exactly. So it really was like a form that never really got out there globally. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to get all off of that subject.
No, that's history. That's some of our history. Right. I mean, I'm sure if you're 85 to 90 high school baby, you remember all that stuff.
Oh, of course. Of course. I just wish I had started playing golf back then, brother.
Man, come on.
Do you ever think about that?
No. Wasn't it your boy that got the golf scholarship in high school? Come on, man. I still remember that shit.
Do you remember that, man?
I remember that because I'm like, that was the oddest thing I ever heard. Someone's going to school for free for golf. And I was like, I had no idea black people golfed in 87.
Same here, brother. Let me tell you, I'm talking on our way to ultra wave dances. John had his clubs in the trunk in his 1965 Dodge Dart.
Wow.
Hitting blades back then. Like, who knows if he had really pursued it. You know what I mean? It's just, it wasn't the glamorous thing that it is now. You know what I mean? Tiger wasn't even around just yet. You know what I mean? That was before Tiger. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
What was it before Tiger? Tiger was just a baby, a child back then. But yeah, man, golf, it's crazy, man. Golf changed my life, man. A lot of people don't realize golf was kind of like my comedy hustle for the last 10, 15 years of my life. It got to be the point I made more money hosting celebrity tournaments than performing at comedy clubs throughout the nation. So say, for instance, I'm going to just use a name, like say Reggie Bush. I host his golf weekend and get more with him than 6 shows at the Mississippi Improv. Wow. I go do Vince Carter's golf tournament in Toronto and get more money doing that than me having to do 9 shows at the Miami Laugh Factory. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it became a networking thing for me because people were always asking me, they're like, man, how do you know so many superstar athletes and entertainers, right? And it's crazy. I always tell everybody, damn near every superstar athlete that I grew up watching as a kid, I am friends with them all now through golf.
Wow.
Everybody I grew up watching on TV that I either wore their jerseys or wanted to be like them, they are now in my phone right now and probably want to play golf next week.
Wow. That's crazy.
The networking is absolutely amazing with golf. You know what I mean? I'm not the best golfer in the world. I'm not bad for a comedian, but I can hold my own, and that's all that counts at the end of the day because golf bridges gaps, right? Wow. I cannot think of how many foursomes I've been in, Manny, that I'm the brokest one in the group. Okay.
And you've been in Hollywood 30 years and you still
brother, wow. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean of how golf bridges gaps and like where in my life would I ever be hanging out with these 3 dudes for 4 hours? Wow. How would I, little Alex Thomas, a nigga from South Central LA, how the hell am I hanging out with these dudes for 4 hours? So the foursome was Will Smith, Wayne Gretzky, Joe Pesci, and me. Okay, so let's just say Will got 400 million. Let's say Wayne Gretzky has 300 million. And let's say Joe Pesci has 100 million. And let's just say I got $100 in my pocket, right? For 4 hours, none of that matters. We are all equal. We are all trying to get this little white ball, 133 to the pin on this next hole. You get what I'm saying?
No. It's a great equalizer.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what this dude does in his life for these 4 hours.
Exactly.
But that's when for 4 hours you find out if you're going to be cool with somebody, if they're going to like you, if they're going to invite you back again. And I always cross all those boxes because in my case, they see I can play golf, but motherfucker, they have a good ass time and they end up laughing. And I'm just me, man. I'm just me.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Golf is an emulation of life. Are you a cheater? Do you have a temper? Do you have patience?
Exactly.
Can you vibe with anyone from all walks of life? If you can do those things in golf, then that means you can do those things in the real world and in business. And that's where we need to get our young people to understand.
Exactly.
That, trust me when I tell you, the best boardroom is the golf boardroom. You'll get more.
Absolutely.
I mean,
you hit it on the nose, man. You hit it on the nose. So, for example, man, integrity, right?
Yeah. For sure.
When I joined Sherwood Country Club, right when you join, the board members,
I'm just gonna bring Siff back in.
All right. What up, Siff? Hey,
he's back.
So when I joined Sherwood, it's kind of like mandatory that you play around with 3 of the board members.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And they just take you out silently. I mean, I knew this. I've been around this game so long. It was so funny. I've been playing at Sherwood for 20 years now with friends. Never in a billion years would I think one day I would join. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I learned how to golf at Sherwood Country Club because I started. Yeah. You didn't know that?
Nah, I thought you was with us like at Westchester.
No, brother. I started. Hey, people ask me all the time, Manny. They go, so when did you start golfing? Yeah. I say the year every nigga in America started playing golf in '97. When Tiger won the Masters, exactly. I was a writer on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I know that. I remember that.
That was our last season of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I'll never forget. I remember the day like it was yesterday. During a taping, all of a sudden it was and cut. I looked one way, I turned back, and Will, his assistant or somebody just handed him a club. Like, between scenes, he just was just swinging. And, I was like, niggas don't play golf. Will, when did you start playing golf? He's like, Shelly got me into it this week. Shelly, his name is Shelly Jensen. He was the director of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right?
Okay.
So I was like, wow, this dude is starting to play golf. He goes, yeah, man, you should come by the house. I'd only been friends with him like 3 years ago because I wrote on the show from 93 to 97. He goes, I just built a par 3 at my house. Nigga, I didn't even know what a par 3 was. We get to his house, and this nigga built a par 3. He had only been playing golf maybe a month.
Oh, and he took like that?
Nigga built a 115-yard hole and like a 135-yard hole off his back patio just to practice par 3s. That's right?
Dope, though. That's dope. That is dope.
And the next thing I know, 2 minutes ago I was talking shit about how black folks don't play golf. Next thing I know, I'm like, okay, so this is a 7-iron. Okay.
Like whatever he doing,
it. Yeah,
right. Get that up for real.
So long story short. Not only did he build a par 3, not only been playing golf 1 month, about a week and a half later, he joined Sherwood Country Club. So me and a few of the other homies, none of us know what the hell we're doing. That's when I started the game. So I learned on a course, one of the most prestigious courses in America. And then look here, almost 30 years later, I end up joining as a member. Right?
Let's get that up, though. Anything is possible. Let's get that up. Let's get that
up. But I gotta give you my integrity story. So when I joined, I didn't know. I was like, oh, they're really cool. They're like, yeah, can you play Saturday morning? I was like, yeah, who am I playing with? Don't worry about it. You come out. So I played with the 3 top executives at Sherwood, right? Yeah. I had to be fly. I'm like, okay, I got to, impress these white people. Show them that I do know how to play. A lot of people would get nervous, but I wasn't nervous, man. I went out there and I played my ass off because it was a test. Remember how you said This was their way to see who is this dude. Okay, he had the money, but who are you? What type of dude are you? Are you a cheat? Are you an asshole? Do you get along with, like they just wanted to see, right?
And they'll know in 4 hours.
What'd you say?
I said they'll know in 4 hours.
Oh, absolutely, they'll know in 4 hours, right? So I'm having a great round, dude, and I'm making them laugh. They're having a ball, dude. We get to the 18th hole, and I shank a ball like it was like my worst hit of the day, right? I hit it, and it went. I was like, oh my god. Damn, I cannot believe this. What did I do? Blah, 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 blah. And one of the guys is like, "That Alex, you're having a great round, man. Don't even count it. Hit another one."
Hell no.
There we go.
There's the test, right?
Yeah.
Just hit another. Don't even count it, man. We don't want to mess up your score. I said, no, man. I said, you know what, guys? Thank you. Appreciate it, but I'm going to take my medicine. That's just not the type of dude that I am.
Right.
That I would be cheating myself. I'm not going to. I messed up, man. I went out of bounds. I'm dropping 2. I'm hitting 3. Period.
Yeah.
Drop 2, hit 3. I ended up getting a double bogey on the hole. Shook their hands and and I was like, he goes, he straight up told me, he goes, Alex, you're a good man. He goes, we see what type of dude you are. That was a test. He said that.
Told you?
He even told me.
Wow.
He said that was a test. And I was like, really? I said, well, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know I was going to do that, but that's just the type of person I am, man. I'm not going to cheat myself or anybody else. I wouldn't even be able to sleep with myself. I don't even understand dudes that go through their lives like that, man. And we all know a lot of dudes like that like, dude, you really either a liar, a cheat, a thief. If you do this on this golf course, you'll do this in business. You'll do this in life. And now I see what type of dude you are.
That's right.
Real talk. Get that up.
Yeah, man, it was a test, but yep.
My grandma used to say, if you lie, you'll steal. And if you steal, you'll kill. And you go down that path, and it ain't no end to that path. So, I hope, and my goal and Sif's goal, and I know your goal too, because you do so much charity stuff. Mm-hmm. We just want to normalize golf for our youth to understand what we would wish we did earlier in life. You 97, you was there early. You was there earlier than me. I know Sif was there for years.
What year did you start, Manny?
I didn't start golf. I'm 52.
So what year did you start?
Yeah, I'm going back. I started, it's the Ram Stadium now, but it used to be
of course, Hollywood Park Casino driving range.
That's where I learned. Because I know. That's where I learned. And that had to be, I might have been 30. So 20 years ago. So about 20 years. I've been on and off. And that's called going to the driving range with 2 clubs. You know what I mean?
You were just starting. You were developing a love for the game.
Exactly. I started playing seriously about 10 years ago. Like I had clubs. I was actively trying to go and learn and do better. And, up at Maggie Hathaway, part 3, learning. Because luckily, the people who kind of taught me was like, don't go to no course yet. You ain't ready. And I was smart enough to be like, I'm not ready. I played
and that's what I tell all my boys. And like 2 of my guys immediately, just recently, thanked me. I told them, look, I'm going to be real with you, bro. Do not, I repeat, do not even touch an 18-hole course until you do a year.
And I'm gonna bring on Mark
too. What?
We'll bring on the PGA Pro because I know he got. Let's bring on Big Mark because I know he's sitting back like, preach, brothers, preach, and I know Sif got something to say. Big Mark, we're gonna bring on Mark.
What up, Mark?
Yo, what up, 18, baby? What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Mark is cool as hell. Mark, do you tell people that too, man? Because I've always told guys, hey, man, don't touch an 18-hole course until you at least play par 3s for a year, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you will be so frustrated. You're going to hate the game. You have to learn how to at least hit a ball first. One guy didn't listen to me, and he's ready to jump off a bridge, right? Exactly. And the other dude listened to me, and now he's like, oh, my God, thank you so much. I didn't touch. All I would do is driving ranges for a year. And I even went down as far as telling him, man, don't worry about no clubs right now, but a pitching wedge and a 7. Learn how to hit those first. That's what I was taught. Mark is a pro, but that's what I was taught.
But I'll take it even a step further, Alex. To your point, I even tell people, go watch that shit first. Go sit in the living room and watch how that shit is in terms of the etiquette piece. When do you putt? When to stay back? Because that's a major part of it, man. Because the one thing that you don't want is to take a neophyte to the golf course and they got that motherfucker bagged up for 5 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's true. I agree with you guys 100%. You know, because it's like you're just gonna get frustrated and not want to play golf. If you don't go to the driving range and try it out, or watch golf, or even take a golf lesson, man, you got to take a golf lesson. Watch golf. That's a great idea. I never even thought about that. But watching golf is something that you should do. You know, because you don't want people to stop the game, because we already know how frustrating it is to play golf.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
No doubt, bro.
Man, it's tough. It's tough.
And Alex was talking about matriculating to the game of golf. He was very fortunate, I'm sure Mark too, to matriculate in the game of golf with some high-powered individuals, being able to step on big-time country clubs in the beginning. You know, I was fortunate in my matriculation to be introduced to the game of golf with hustlers under the oak tree, where you're going to drink some liquor after you finish playing, and the dude over here might be smoking.
That's how I started.
So that was a great experience, man, because now, you know, it wasn't that you had to be so pristine and so careful. You know, mother, hit the damn ball, man, let's go. So that was how I was matriculating to the game of golf. It was a blessing for me, man, because I learned a lot.
But you know what it is with me? I hate having to say this, but I mean, it's just there's no way around it. Coming from where I came from, it's a beautiful thing, because I actually love both sides. And when I say both sides, I will go play with my cousin at Chester, Washington in 2.1 seconds, right?
I played there with you probably before.
Yeah. Same way I will go to the swap meet and buy some T-shirts, but then like 3 hours, 4 hours later, I may be in Thousand Oaks having lunch with Wayne Gretzky. That's just my life. That's just where my life has been. I was that dude.
That's good.
I've always mixed it and got along with all people. Like, you know what I mean? But that had to do a lot with my upbringing, being the only black kid in an all-white private school for years, but grew up in South Central. I got bused from 69th and Normandy to Burton Way and Doheny in the middle of Beverly Hills for 10 years. I didn't see black kids, Manny, really until like junior high school, because my first years of my life was in an all-white private school. You know what I mean? I saw both sides. I wasn't that dude that was only around the white kids. No, I got teased my whole life because I didn't do all the black stuff. You know, like, put it this way: the first 5 years of my stand-up comedy career, half of my whole act was talking about that stuff. You know, getting teased, like, you sound like a white boy. You act like a white boy. And I used to be like, holy cow, whoever gave you that idea? You know, I used to do a joke. Manny. I said by 13, I had been to more bar mitzvahs than barbecues. You know, I have a true story. This is a true story. By 13, I had been to so many bar mitzvahs that my mother custom made me my own yarmulke.
You had your own yarmulke?
Out of a purple Crown Royal bag. I was walking around that school looking like a little black Jewish pimp.
Hey,
and that's how I carried my keys and ball markers for the
Shabbat Shalom, motherfucker.
I know a few people that still do that. I know since we're on the subject of like new neophytes coming into the game, and we was talking about that. Mark, what's some quick tips? And Alex spoke on it great, and Sif did too. How would you suggest people come to the game? I always say now in 2021, go see a freaking teacher if you can. It
is. You know, you would love to, but here's the thing. The crazy part about golf is we all know it's expensive, right? But that's just our perception. Realistically, you could start, and I'm super passionate about this because I am. Look, right now, we could talk about how sometimes like golf and the PGA is broken and stuff. And yeah, I said it, right? I said as a PGA professional, yeah, I think sometimes the PGA is broken because they say they want to do things and get people involved in the game of golf. But realistically, it's like, but then again, they're turning people away as well.
Yeah.
The motto of
that's why you're on the show, because you keep it 100.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep it 100. And hey, look, I'm saying it. And if you don't, and look, on my Instagram, you know where I work. So if you think I'm lying, come find me.
Right.
He got it.
So the thing is this is we're saying we're trying to grow the game of golf. It's not trying to grow the game of golf unless you're this gender, or unless you're this culture, or unless you're this age, right? So or unless you have this much money. It's to grow the game of golf. So yeah, you can take a lesson, but I love what you said about trying to about first watching golf. And guess what? If you want to play golf, I said this before on our YouTube channel on Xperia Golf. I said when we first started Xperia Golf, we're like, let's put it out there. How could you start playing golf with no money? Like, let's say no money. Man, you could start with $6 to play golf. Yeah. And this is how you do it. You go to the driving range, you buy a small bucket or a medium bucket for $6, and you ask, hey man, look, do you have any lost and found clubs that I could just borrow for a second? Because I want to try this game out. And I'll tell you, if they say no, they don't, they're lying, and don't ever go to that golf course again, because they're a lying piece of shit.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that's how you do it. You could start playing golf with $6. It's not $100 sport. You don't have to be a millionaire or rich to play golf. But you could literally go in there with $6 and say, look, I want to buy a small bucket, and ask for a lost and found club and try it. And if you do like it and you have fun, because I'll tell you, the first time you hit that good, you know how it is.
Oh, of course.
That's like crack, baby.
Absolutely. You're looking for that hit. You're looking for that good hit for the rest of your life.
Still searching on the ground. Is that a piece of white paper?
Hey, Mark. I have a question for you, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, Mark. And since you talked about golf, being able to go in the clubhouse, asking the pro for some clubs, some $6 balls, things of that nature. And I know this is a topic that people don't really like to talk about, but I'm going to bring it up. Manny's giving me permission to bring it up. What do you think about the first tee? Has it been a blunder, or is it doing what it's supposed to do?
It's give and take. Look, the first tee, their mission, and I know a lot of people that work for the first tee, right? And yes, they do want to get people
more African Americans and minorities and children into the game.
They do. They just look. You just have to. What they need to do is stand by their ground and be like, look, we're going to let anyone play golf, anyone, no matter what. I mean, like. My wife is always telling me, honey, you need to use your social media platform to let golf be accessible to everyone, regardless, right? Regardless. And she's huge on
golf normalization.
If you were to do that, then that would mean the world to her. Well, that would mean the world to me too. So be the first tee. They're good. I donate a lot of golf clubs to the first tee. Our club does so many, and it would be a shame to think that it's not put to good use.
Let me ask you something, Sif. What did you mean by that when you ask him? Is it because you've heard different things that people have said about the first tee program?
Yeah, Alex, I've this game has taken me all around the country, man. So I played with some of the movers and shakers, and so you hear about the first tee. You see that they say it's image over substance, and what I mean by that is they want to placate or plaster black and brown people in front of the camera, but the first tee is normally at the country club where the kids can't go over during the week and play, and so there's a lot of mixed feelings about the first tee. I know Jeff Champ, Cameron Champ's dad. Jeff and I are good friends, and he has some apprehensions about the first tee, and so I think you start seeing some other pockets of golf instruction for inner city kids. And so, but I've also heard the first tee is doing great things in other communities. So I think it's a 50-50 split where people think that, it's just an image thing. So, I mean, Mark and Alex, you probably can speak to it because you guys probably see that on a regular basis.
Alex dropped just a minute, but he'll be back. But Mark.
Okay, so the first tee, look, working at a country club, we don't have a first tee. right? Because we're a country club. I see most first tees at public golf courses. So you know, it's. I don't want to say anything bad about them because maybe if they're portraying that there are people of culture that are in the first tee, right? Then it is at a public. You know, it's going to be. It's true that there are maybe they are putting it they're putting it out that way, but I think their mission is yes, let's get people of culture to come and play golf, because I'll tell you right now, man, as a Filipino growing up, you know, my dad started playing golf and he took me to you know, Griffith Park and Hanson Dam. That's where I started to play golf. And I'm like, okay. And even to this day, like today, I saw my dad at Vista Valencia, right? And I didn't know he was going to be there. I was like, hey, Dad, you know, he brought his Filipino. They have a big Filipino group out there. But so it's good. I think it's a good, you know, I really do think it's a good thing that they are putting people of culture as a front, because look, we all know, like, we all think the perception is you have to be rich to play golf.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly like
Right.
that's the first perception. Hey, I don't play golf. Why? Because I'm not rich enough. Well, if they're saying that our culture, right, is we're not in that level of whatever. To me, I think them putting the the cultures as a forefront. That's it's not a bad.
I think they're all kind of run different. And like with anything in life, nothing is perfect. And you know, I think we don't do. I always say, I was like, I wish I could portray or contrary to the people how great golf is. I wish I had the words or the communication skills to be like, look, I promise you, it's not cheap, but you can do it. And I promise you, it's one of the games that will stay with you and help you throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
And I don't have the words, and I may speak to people, and maybe they do it, and maybe they don't. But I think that's a communication also with first tees or any other junior groups that's out there. It's hard. The kids may get it first, but you know, like anything else, and Mark and Alex, you can speak to this. Without the parents, it ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Can you see me?
One of those sports.
Can you guys see me? Because I don't see myself on the screen.
I got you.
I see you
good and sound good.
Oh, do y'all both see me?
I see
you look
too.
good.
Oh, okay. Because earlier I saw myself on the screen, but I don't see myself on the screen right now.
Oh,
well, you smoking some good
look
stuff.
good and sound good.
Okay. I don't know what froze up or what stopped, but you said something about somebody said they said it was too expensive to play golf. Is that what you said?
That's the perception.
Right. And it's good what you said, Mark, because you know it comes down to the old saying: if wherever there's a will, there's a way.
There is.
And unfortunately, like a lot of times, people are just full of excuses, man.
Right.
To me, when I hear excuses, that tells me you really don't want it, and that's whatever it is in life. You know, people that say, "Man, I want to do this. I want to," but dude, you're full of buts and reasons why you shouldn't. And I hate to say it, that's why you are where you are in your life.
Real
you know, find me any successful person in life at whatever they did. They believed that they could do it. Belief is such a huge thing, because sometimes, somebody might be more athletically inclined than you, right? There might be guys or somebody that looks better than you or makes more money than you. But guess what, man? When it comes to heart and believing in yourself, man, that is huge.
Yeah.
And golf is a game where you really do have to believe in yourself. And I feel guys like Mark, guys like you, Manny, guys like myself, who, whether we know it or not, we are influencers to this game. Even though obviously Mark's a pro, you and I aren't pros, but we love the game enough. We post, we talk about it. You don't know, Manny, who you're influencing, man. There could be some young cats out there. There could be cats that we grew up with, Manny. That like, nigga, I can't believe these dudes out there. I've been following this dude for 3. I'm gonna go get me some golf clubs.
No, that's true. That's true.
They be having fun out there, and I can see them. You know, if that's what it takes to spark another man to do it. Come on, join the fun, man.
Yeah, so be it.
And that's exactly what I'm telling you. It's exactly what the social media is letting us do. And Alex, I see you doing it too, right?
Absolutely.
Tea time with INGHLEWOODS. Come
Absolutely.
on. it's you're making golf fun again, which is exactly what our goal is. You know,
let me tell you what my line is for my new show. It's the new era of golf is now.
That's right.
Yes. And the bottom line is, yes, I'm just one guy, but I've been around this game so long, and I'm gonna just tell you guys straight up. So you guys watch the Golf Channel and you've seen Faraday.
Yeah.
He's probably been on 10, 15 years, probably talked to 200 golfers, and in 200 people, he's probably only talked to 5 black people. I'm just being honest with you. And, you know, he had like Obama on, he had Condoleezza Rice, he had Charles Barkley, and I think he had like Tiger on once or something, blah, blah, blah. My whole thing was, I'm friends with all these superstar athletes and entertainers, and they all have amazing stories that we will never, ever hear because they're not pros, right? Yeah. I'm not a pro, but I love this game. And I just happen to be on TV for the last 30 years myself. Hey, why not catch up to these dudes, interact with them, interview them, have fun? Because nobody's ever, in our world, at least in the black world, been funny, comedy, golf, all mixed together. No, it's never been done. So it's very groundbreaking what we did. My first episode was with superstar NFL Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson. He's my first episode. It was an amazing episode, man. Put it this way, one of the greatest compliments I could ever get. His wife watched the first episode, and he's like, Alex, I've been with this man 24 years. I've been with him since I was 19 years old. And I found out some stuff on this show with you and my husband that I didn't even know about him.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly. So that let me know I did a great job. And then it kind of brings out a side of these pro athletes where they have fun and they open up. You know, their majority are serious and they're not, you know, they all think they're funny, but being around a comedian, it kind of brings that element out. So I'm doing it not only for me, but it's for the culture too, because who knows who I'm going to influence when this show comes on.
That's true.
All the, you know, the minorities that are going to watch this and never looked at golf as a cool thing. You know, let's just be honest. Golf has always been a lily white, elitist, boring sport, period. That's not just coming out of my mouth. I'm not hating. It is the truth.
And that stigma has been around since the beginning too. And I think some people in the powers and the bowels of golf liked it that way.
Oh, wait, brother, wait, let me correct you. Let me tell you, I'm not trying to sound like an angry ass black man right now, but if Tiger or any of us had never picked up to the game, they would be okay with that. No Trust me. They would, if we had never, you know, it kills me to this day. In 2021, there is only 3 black men on the tour right now. Mark, how many pro golfers altogether would you say on the tour right now? Could you go out a roundabout number?
On the PGA Tour? Or how about this? Let's ask a better question. How much are having airtime?
Yeah, you get that a lot because we're in a couple. How much are getting maybe 2, right? Maybe 2 or 3.
You know, and
Carl and Jeff.
Yeah, and but you know, hey, one of those things. I just saw a comment come through, like get the parents to maybe do, you know, go outside the box other than football, baseball, and try. It was one of those comments that I just saw, which is true because even the parents, there you go. Even the parents, they don't think as golf, you know, for golf. They need to understand that, especially for women. Listen to this, especially for women, the 2 highest scholarships that are being unused is golf and
tennis
and hockey.
Okay,
But golf is up there. I mean, this is the golf.
And that's why I got my daughter into it. She's only 6 years old, but she's been
watching
it. She's old. It's crazy. 6 years old, and she's been playing 3 years. Like that's at least putting them in a position. I call that putting your kids in a position to win. Now, right now, yes, she's very young, and I'm pretty sure. Do you both have? Okay, yeah, that's right. You have kids, Mark and Manny. You got.
They grown now.
Hey, remember, me and Alex have a trade-in, trade-up program.
We sure the hell do. This man has helped me so much with my kids and their little golf progress. But I look at it like this, you guys. It's like all we could do as parents is set them up to win. right?
Yeah.
And whatever's going to stick is whatever is going to stick, but it wasn't because of a lack of effort. I'm not blaming my parents. I'm not angry at my parents, but I sure the hell wish they would have put a golf club in my hands at 7, 8, 9 years old. Who knows what could have happened? You know what I mean?
True. I don't blame them because I didn't put a golf club in my own hands till I was 30. I wish I would have put golf club in my own hands early.
Exactly.
I was the opposite story. I was the complete opposite story. I wanted to play baseball and football, and my mom said no. You know, my mom, Filipino mom, saying no. What's you're gonna get hurt, right? So she said, why don't you do something that your dad does and plays golf? And I'm like, well, what? But look, and that was just me being real.
Right.
Well, you're a PGA professional because of it, though. Look what happened.
So, what age was that, Mark?
Let's get that up too for moms.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Mark, how old were you?
So I was when I went into high school. So even in junior high, yeah, I started hitting golf balls and all that stuff with my dad and all that stuff, right? But I wasn't really serious about golf. And when freshman year came up, I'm like, man, I'm gonna play football. Right, because they got cheerleaders, they got that's to me that was my perception. I'm gonna play football. My mom said no, and she didn't sign the permission slip, and that's real talk. She didn't sign the permission slip. She goes, "You're gonna go." She goes, "No," and I was pissed, and she's like, "Why don't you play golf?" So I played golf, and it was all right. Like I was. I mean, at the time, I was like, okay, fine. But then when I did, here's the crazy part: is she told me, she goes, you know what, golf is something that you could play forever. And my dad said that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll have more success in golf than if you start playing football now. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I put that in the back burner. So I went in and went to the tryout. I remember they were going to take 18 people, right? Because there's 9 on varsity, 9 on JV. They play, they take the top 8 scores, they have 1 out. So the coach, this is my freshman year, the coach says, he goes, you know what? At the very end of tryouts, he goes, we're gonna take 19 players because I like your pizzazz. I'm like, what?
So you had personality at a young age.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I did, and then guess what? I practiced, and I loved it. I loved being on the golf team, and then I practiced. But guess what? I made varsity the next year, and then my junior year, I was like number 2 on the team, and I was captain on my senior year. And now look, I look back, I'm a who could say they're a professional at the sport that they played at in high school?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
And
doing what you love to do and making a living at it.
Exactly. And that's me. So parents out there, you know what? You want your kids to be a professional athlete? Take it from me, right? You know what? The chances are higher to be a professional athlete in golf than it is football, baseball, basketball put
Absolutely.
together.
Absolutely.
And longevity.
And longevity and less risk for injury.
Exactly. You don't see a senior. Do you see a champions NFL tour?
Exactly.
Right?
You got 60-year-olds throwing.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
No,
and plus the Alex's point earlier, man, he's absolutely right. This game, I just happen to get pretty good at this game, but this game will put you in front of people.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
This game will put you in front of people that
Mark, I got to get out to Oakmont, man.
What's up?
So I got to get out to Oakmont.
Oh man, hey, we just opened up guests, so we're good, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. We just did, like, literally, like, probably last week. So I'd love to have you come out.
It's a nice course.
Oh, it's gorgeous, man. It is gorgeous.
That's cool.
It's look, I was and Manny didn't even know I moved to a different.
I didn't even know.
Remember, I didn't know either. I thought you were still at Sand Canyon.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're up the street from me.
Right.
Well, so here's the thing. I still live up the street.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm up in
Santa Clarita.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I saw Alex at Sherwood at the pro-am celebrity.
The Clint Eastwood tournament.
Exactly. So they had one pro, one celebrity, and then the 3 amateurs on your thing. And I was there as a celebrity. No, I'm just kidding. I was there as a pro, right? was there as a celebrity. I saw him. He goes, man, how's that golf course? How's St. Canyon? And I forgot the last time we talked and hung out was pre-COVID, right?
Exactly.
So during COVID, I left and went to Oakmont Country Club, which look, it was a good change. It was a good change. It was growth.
It was time. It was time, right?
Growth. Yeah, I loved the place I was at before. I did whatever I could, but yeah, it's Yo, I'd love to take you out of Oakmont, man.
Hey, I want to play Oakmont. I want to play Oakmont.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, for sure. Well, we'll do it.
Sif Dog in North Carolina. That's a long.
You guys can come down and play Pinehurst.
Oakmont in Glendale. This is Glendale Oakmont, man.
Okay.
Manny, you weren't thinking that was in another state, were you?
Not me. I know he's.
Oh, okay. Because when I first saw Oakmont, I was
that's
like,
a long commute. That's a long
commute. That's a long commute.
I was thinking about when he told me that about a month ago. The only Oakmont I had heard of was the one on the East Coast. So I had no idea there was an Oakmont off the 210.
I didn't know either.
I still want to play Oakmont.
I thought I played every course in LA, but I have not played Oakmont.
I got you, man.
My man.
Nice. So keeping it. So Alex, I want to go back to you with your new show, Tea Time with Inglewoods, because what we try to do here. So we've had the HBCU golf teams. You've been seeing the stuff on IG and stuff.
Absolutely.
And we've had Fame You on with the head coach, and they talked about their programs.
I love the movement, man. I love the movement of what's going on with the black colleges.
That's like our little piece. Our little podcast piece is we started taking a love for the HBCU golf teams, because the stories you hear, you're like, oh my, do you know? And I guess we're in first world problems. This is Mark, Sif, and Alex. None of those college level players have ever been fitted. Can you believe that?
What do you mean fitted? You mean as in clubs?
Yeah. Are
you serious?
Let me tell you one more thing. In Fame U one year, a driver broke. They were sharing drivers in a freaking tournament. This is what's going on. And this is
how long ago was that?
This was 2 years ago. This is pre-COVID. So I look at your face. So I tell like me, Sif, Trish is out of town. Trish is on a golf whirlwind, but y'all meet Trish soon. Real cool. Our other co-host, she's from Florida. She's half Filipino too, so her and Mark, they family. And
that's my cousin.
That's your cousin, right?
Yeah, brother. But yeah, when you hear the real life stories, and you're sitting there, look at your face, you're like, wait a minute.
Wait, so my first question, I'm sorry to cut you off, man. So my first question is, it still is a college. I can understand there's not a lot of money, but god damn, they couldn't afford each player on the team to have a driver, and there's no backup just in case.
This is what I'm telling you, and this
that's because there's no budget there was no budget at all.
This is what I've been finding out.
Well, what's our football budget?
Yeah, well, the football and the band budget that's where the drivers go, to the band.
Yeah, exactly, because it's bigger in those schools for that. Yeah, I get it.
They bring in more alumni money. Yeah. So the first thing the AD gonna do is cut golf. But that's why we're here, to be like, I promise you, your students that do well in golf and go on into a professional golf career or any other career, that alumni money you're going to get from your golf program over the 10 or 20 years they're sending money to their alum was going to far outweigh the band. It's going to far outweigh the football. Right. I promise you. Yeah. And we're talking 20 kids, maybe 10 girls, 10 guys. Those 20 kids a year, if you train them and love them right and give them the tools, and it's a little on us too to get involved and make sure. That's why we do it. That money will come by tenfold. Yeah, that money's going to come back tenfold. So we've had Fame U on. We've had the Howard golf team on, because they got a little stipend from Steph Curry. So we talked to their head coach. Amazing program.
I just saw that recently.
Sif, who do we have next week?
Winston-Salem State or Prairie View?
We have Winston-Salem State and then Prairie View. So that's what we're diving into. But I'm sorry to get off topic. I just wanted to enlighten you on why that's what we do and how we're into the HBCU golf.
Well, that's dope that you're doing that, man. And that shows people outside care. You know what I mean? And it's one of those kind of things where when it comes to my show, as I get up and going and rolling, I will be able to talk about those things. I will be able to bring light to that. You know what I mean? Of course, right now I'm just trying to bring light to our culture in the game. You get what I'm saying? But yes, that will be a part of it. That will be a topic. That will be something that I will be talking about. That would be something that hopefully by the end of the first season, man, we could start doing some type of sponsorships to help those schools out. You get what I'm saying?
You know, that's a great idea, Alex, and we're with that. I mean, like, you know, our YouTube channel for Xperry Golf, we're big on that. Like, we want to see that, and sometimes we're thinking about even doing golf tournaments where the funds will go to something like that. You know, that's it's so easy. I'm not kidding, man. Like, if a high school out here could make 30 G's on a golf tournament, right?
Exactly.
On a golf tournament, the fundraiser golf tournament, then why can't they? And it's, I mean, I'm not saying that they haven't tried. Maybe they just haven't thought of that idea.
Well, you know, we're doing some stuff as a podcast, me, Sif, and Trish, and we're gonna do a big golf thing. I just don't want to.
You let me know because you got
and we're gonna let all our friends and this is gonna be in May. This is gonna be in May, and this is gonna be in May. You're back, Alex, and we're gonna reach out and we're gonna partner with all our people and stay tuned. And we got some nice things coming. And we're just going to specifically, our show is going to horn in on the HBCUs. There's all kind of stuff going on, juniors and stuff, but that's going to be our mission, is to horn in on that. We're talking with the coaches. We're talking with the actual students so they can give us real life, what they need, what they're going through, why they're excited, and so on and so on. But back again, Alex, I don't know how much you want to reveal on the show or where they can find it or, you know. About tea time.
All right, so all I can say right now is it's coming soon.
That's why let's give it up.
All I can say is it is coming soon. I can't reveal the network yet or anything like that, but I am super excited, and they could follow me at I'm Inglewoods, and I will keep you guys posted. I can't wait for the world to see it because it's going to be groundbreaking. I'm very proud that I'll be the first African American to ever have his own golf show on TV. Because it's never happened before.
So dope.
It's never happened before, and people that have seen it have absolutely loved it. What'd you say?
No, I was looking at the shirt for Sif Dog. He was showing us, said, just let me play.
I can't even see Sif Dog. I don't even see myself. I just see Manny and Mark.
For real?
I'm dead serious.
You look good. You look good.
Oh, so as long as also you can see me because I'm not on the screen.
You can see me and hear you. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I'll just keep following me at I'm Inglewoods, and I'll keep everybody updated, but it is on the way.
So dope. So dope. Sif, you got any questions for Alex?
Hey, Alex, one question, well, two questions, twofold question. One's on a serious tip, and the next one is kind of comical.
Y'all can hear him too? I can't hear him or see him.
Oh,
really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Is he talking right now?
Yeah.
He asked what he wanted to know your social security number.
That's right.
My monthly income before taxes.
Yeah,
exactly.
4 digits.
Right.
So I guess, hey, Manny, ask Alex this since he can't hear me.
Hey, that artwork is pretty dope, Manny. They got you looking like Ice Cube on that picture. I thought that was Ice Cube.
They used to call me MC Ren all the time.
We're playing a quick game of telephone. Sif is going to ask Manny what he wants to ask you.
Okay.
All
right. First question: Was he self-taught? That's the first question.
Alex, Big Sif Dog asked, "Was you self-taught in golf?"
Was I self-taught in golf? No, I have to admit, there's this brother by the name of Keith Roberts. Do you know Keith Roberts?
I don't.
No.
From where?
Mark, do you know Keith Roberts?
Why do I know that name? From
and you gotta know Keith. Of course, Keith taught, I'm not even exaggerating, all of Black Hollywood for the last 20 years. I'm gonna just give you the list of all everybody that Keith taught how to play golf.
The swing doctor.
Exactly. Me, Flex, Anthony Anderson, Chris Spitzer, Will Smith, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, George Lopez, John Lovitz, like literally all of us, because all of us live in the Valley, and there's this place called Whitsett.
Yep. So his son is a good player too.
His son is an amazing player.
That's where I know.
Austin.
Yes.
He's also a professional trainer now, but yeah, Keith kind of gave us all that. So when I told you, yeah, man. So I took lessons. I can't lie. I took after Will got me out there and I couldn't hit a 5-wood 5 feet. I was like, I need to get some damn lessons. So
okay, second question, Big Siff.
Second question. Man, since we got the comic of the decade on, he's got to do a short skit of something that he's done in the past in one of his movies. Just something short.
Something short? Okay. Yeah. Big Siff wanted to hear something, a small skit that you did in one of your movies. He got 50 movies. I'm just going to let y'all know.
I know it's a lot of them, man. $5, Buster. What's that from?
$5, Buster.
My first movie. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking the juice.
See, I thought you was gonna give us the Players Club.
Oh, then I got
gems. You got gems. Oh,
cock blocking ass bitch. That was Players Club. I mean, you know what's so funny, man? You know what's so funny? What's crazy is I remember growing up and watching Different Strokes, right?
Yeah.
I remember growing up and watching What's Happening. You know what I mean? I remember watching Good Times. And I remember I am 52 and I can still tell you some JJ lines. I can still tell you some rerun lines. I can still tell you. It's crazy to me when people come up to me and remember my lines from like the Jamie Foxx show or when I was on Martin or whenever. I'm like, I don't even remember that. But people remember it, and it makes you feel good because it makes you go, whatever you did something right, because I didn't know these people from a can of paint. But when those shows were on, they were watching, and you touched them some kind of way. You know, I had people come up to me, like I'll never forget, like when I first met like LeBron or D Wade or something, they would come up to me, hey, dog, hey, you still do that joke about I'm like, dude, I would have to watch my own specials to remember that particular joke. And they'll go, man, I was 6 years old. I was with my mama watching Def Comedy Jam. And you said, and I'm like, dude, I don't even remember that joke. Like, but people remember the line, the punchlines and everything. You know, it makes me feel good because I'm like, God, that's crazy, man. You never know.
You're a humble guy, but like I said, he's been in the game doing it 30 plus years successfully. So come on.
Thank you.
You guys don't, look, you guys are asking about his lines on comedy. I've seen him live a couple times, and this boy could sing. He could sing too and rap.
I'm not as good as Keith Sweat or Maxwell, but
but you can
I can do an impression of him. You know what I mean? So I don't have an R&B album that I never released.
Right. Kelly. That's we don't want to. We're gonna be quiet on the R. Kelly. Big Mark, what you got? What you got going new?
I'm so mad at that dude.
So, everything on other than Oakmont Country Club and doing my thing over there. We got our YouTube is popping off pretty good. We just hit about 80,000 subscribers on our YouTube.
Dope.
On Xperia Golf, and we're on the road to 100K. And it's look, the thing about that is we're trying to get, again, our job is as influencers in the game of golf is try to show and share the love of golf to everyone, saying that, no matter who you are and who gender, race, creed, whatever, you could play golf and with anybody. That's the crazy thing, because I mean, if you look at our channel on Xperia Golf, you have you have a white guy, you have a Hispanic, and you have a Filipino, right? And so it's different cultures, 3 different cultures, different handicaps. You got a golf pro, you have a mid handicap like a 10, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have somebody that's just beginning. And throughout every episode, it's all about how do we level the playing field and make golf fun. You know what I'm saying? Because there's all these one of the big things that I see out there is if let's say I'm a beginner and I'm stuck playing like as a single, joining a group of scratch players, right?
Okay.
Or if I was a scratch player and I see a beginner, right? Sometimes it's like, oh man, we got this beginner playing, or oh my gosh, I'm playing with these good players. I don't want to play. That's not how it should be. right?
Yeah.
So we show how we show how we could even the playing field for all, and have two complete strangers, one good, one bad, have fun on the golf course. You know,
Nice,
and
nice,
that's
nice.
that's what
And
we're
they'll
doing.
be in our show notes. Please, everybody, you got them. Please follow at Mark. You say the last name, Kagaoan.
Kagaoan. It took me a while to be able to say it too.
Well, I'm a nurse too. I'm a nurse, so I work with a lot of. I usually get it because I'll get on that Tagalog on you in a minute.
Mark, I want to say something to you too, dude. I can't see you right now, but man, you found. There you go. You found an amazing niche with the whole TikTok thing, dude. And you are constantly creating, constantly funny, doing what you love to do. Just keep doing it, man. I mean, I tried out TikTok and it was too damn much for me. I found my lane and what I got to do. I just couldn't get with the TikTok thing. And you tried to get me on it, bro, but you are amazing at it, man. I just want to salute you on that.
I appreciate that, man. Look, I'm trying to make people smile, make people laugh. And coming from a guy that does it as a profession, right? Wow. To say that means a lot to me, because sometimes I'm like, man, this is gonna be stupid, and then suddenly it like pops out. I look at it, I'm like, man, I got 20,000 hits on that one.
Right.
The first hour.
Exactly.
Right.
But thank you, because it means a lot, Alex, especially coming from you.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is, man.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks, Sif Dog.
Hey, Mark, let me ask you a question.
Sif Dog. Hey, Manny, I appreciate you having me, man.
Oh man, come on. First of all, you family, but second of all, you've been an ambassador for golf. We like me and Alex, we all grew up in high school together, and then you fall and everybody's doing their own thing, and then you fall back in. And sometimes when you meet old friends, you're not the same, and you're like, oh yeah, I knew him, but we was all into golf, and so it's like, it's like that's the homie. Oh, we golfing now again.
Absolutely.
Cigars, Cubans, that's what we do.
Absolutely.
That's how we just
talking my language now.
We got a lot in
common. Come on, man. Just let me know. You already know. I keep 1,000 Cubans at the house.
I know you do.
Let me know.
Let me tell you, Manny is like the Pablo Escobar of cigars.
Damn, he going to jail.
Going to jail. Members of Golf LA?
Exactly.
Me and Alex are now honorary members of Golf
LA. Come on, man. You're honorary members of Golf LA.
You pick the colors for the Golf LA logo. Because to me, it looks like Clipper logo, like the Clipper
I know. What? But we wanted to keep it red, white, and blue. I'm Lakers. Now, come on. You already know. Look at the back of my wall. Look at the back of my wall. You're going to see Kobe, and you're going to see Eazy-E. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly.
This is L.A.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's get this talking. He's from North Carolina.
My boy Bobby Jackson just won the summer league, man. That's my homeboy.
He did. Nice. He said his boy Bobby Jackson just won the summer league. Big Sif Dog did. All right, you guys. Any parting words from you, Alex?
Yeah, I want to make sure they, so I'm Inglewoods is me, the golfer, and then Funnyman Alex Thomas. That is my Instagram. So just follow me, my regular life, Funnyman Alex Thomas. And of course, the Funny Don't Stop Show is my podcast every single week. We're on Spotify, Apple, just like you guys, Amazon, Google, YouTube, all that. The Funny Don't Stop Show every Tuesday.
The Funny Don't Stop. It will be in our show notes in our YouTube channel with links that you can click. The Funny Don't Stop Show.
Yes.
At Funnyman Alex Thomas on one. At I am Inglewoods. That's I am Inglewoods. And if you follow me, you follow Sif, because we follow Mark, we follow Alex. You can find them on our stuff. You can find them personally on their stuff. They family. We gon' connect. They gonna help us with this HBCU stuff later on. We're gonna help them with whatever they need to come on. If they got something going on, we keep open doors.
Yes.
Hey, Manny.
Yes, sir.
Manny, one parting shot from me. Hey, my uncle Charlie Sifford won the LA Open back in the day, which
That's
he
true.
was supposed to go to the Augusta. They changed
What
the
is he
rules
saying?
on.
I can't hear.
His uncle
Translate.
Charlie Sifford.
Yeah. He's
The LA Open.
Yeah, he was like the for his LA ties, Big Sif Dog. His uncle Charlie Sifford, won the LA Open at
Absolutely,
Chevy.
1964.
Exactly. Then
But I've never been to LA. So you guys got
never been
to
to
LA.
Come on, Sif. Don't listen to him. He's coming to LA. He's coming to LA. Trust me. I'm gonna bring him out to LA, and we're gonna
talking about
cigars. We're gonna smoke some cigars because Big Sif live in North Carolina.
Oh,
so
that's where he's at. That's
where he's at now.
Okay.
But he's never been to LA ever.
In his life.
Yeah.
In my whole life.
In his whole, and he's been everywhere. I don't know how you been to LA.
How come he can't be on the screen right now where I can cuss his ass out real quick and see him? How come I can't see him or hear him? I really want to cuss him out. You can't put him on so I can see him and he can hear me, so I can just talk shit to him for 2 seconds before I get off.
Can you see him yet? No,
I cannot see him.
I can hear
Are you
you.
serious?
I see you, Mark, and I see Manny and me.
All right,
So
he can see you and hear you, Alex. Cuss him out.
Well, Sif, if you can't see him, so Sif, what are you? Are you Chinese? Sif is Chinese.
How the hell has your grown ass never been to LA? I need an answer.
Me habla no speak English.
He said me habla no speak English. Man. He can hear you, wow. Alex. He can hear you.
So what is his reason though? Is the nigga afraid of
I'm
airplanes?
afraid of them damn colors.
But why not LA?
He said he doesn't know in LA. He has anxiety whether he's gonna wear green or red or blue. So he chose green and he has nothing green.
Oh my God!
You gonna get him out, Alex?
Is Sif single? Is Sif single or is he married? Because I was gonna say something, but I don't know.
Are you married or single?
I'm married.
He's a married man. He's a
married man.
Man.
I was about to really get deep. I was about to say
him in trouble now. Don't get
I was about to say we got some things. We can line him up some things out here if he wants to.
Let's get that up. And let me tell you, sir, he gonna give us something, and he gonna be like, "Let's go, let's go." But anyway, we're gonna get Sif out here. Like I said, we're doing something big in May, and we're gonna invite all you guys if you can. Diamonds on the Green. They was like, behave. We live right now, so it's cats on the chat chiming in. And Diamonds on the Green. Follow Diamonds on the Green. They're an amazing group of women, sisters that organize golf and bring sisters into the game.
For real.
I love it. I love it.
11 chapters all over the United States. They're really
Diamonds on the Green. Hello, ladies.
That's right. Diamonds.
Diamonds. Behave.
Behave. Exactly.
So do they play? So they be out there all blinged out with diamonds playing?
They sweet.
They was like, hey, they in the house. Yeah, no. Some of them, they play. They ain't out there looking. They out there looking cute. I'm thinking they out there playing too.
Okay, when you said Diamonds on the Green, the first thing that's coming to my mind is they got iced out putters. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you just get. She said, yes, we do. Let me put that on the screen. She was like, yes, we do.
She is listening in real time, huh?
Oh no, yes, I'm telling you, we on the chat. We on the chat. We live, baby. We live.
Oh, okay.
We've been live the whole time.
Are they out of LA?
It's none in LA. They got 10 chapters, like 3 in Texas, 1 in Florida, Alabama, North Carolina. I want to say Virginia, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you, this is what they just said, Alex. We will bring the smoke. The lady said they're going to bring the smoke. Let's give it up to them, though. I like it.
I love it.
On the Green. They're going to bring the smoke.
It always brings a smile to my face when I see women on the golf course doing their thing and having fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's just great to see.
They got 13 chapters in 7 different states. So they out there. They organizing and they deep. They deep. Make sure we follow Diamonds on the Green on IG. You guys follow my guy Alex and Mark. Make sure you well, you guys already follow the golf show, else you wouldn't be on chatting with us. But I want to thank you guys. Like I said, our co-host, Miss Clark's Golf Life, she is the president of Diamonds on the Green in Florida. She couldn't make it. We still gonna ask her what the hell she doing golfing in Germany during COVID, but that's for the next show. But she out there doing her things. Alex, man, we love you. Mark, we love you, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. And we're going to keep it up. Anything y'all need to say or get off your chest on this golf stuff, please come back on.
Absolutely.
And it was just a pleasure, dude. It was just a pleasure having you, man.
Okay.
And everybody listening, thank you guys for chatting in, listening to us live. We're on every podcast network. You can go back to YouTube and watch the recast. And guess what? We are out. Deuces. Peace.